Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pathfinder Kingmaker. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today after we lost to a dragon and died miserably. The dragon didn't really have anything interesting, although it does have 1,000 build points in the back, which is a thing that dragons hoard. It also was an ambush, because of course it was. Why is that one unexploded? I don't know why, it doesn't matter. It just sometimes happens when you look at things. And there's a dragon horde over here, or I suppose it is a dragon horde. Let's see what we get. We get, okay, nothing. Nothing from there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. 2 hours have passed. The build points, as it turns out, are just gold, which sort of contradicts a little bit of what we do. Okay, nothing so far. A tower shield called Wormwall. It's a +5 tower shield. Now we're talking. Leather armor called Gentle Persuasion, which is a +6 dexterity armor. That is pretty good, probably for me. And a medium armor called Void Mirror. That's a +3 and a Dementine, so that one sucks. Let me see. So we do have a +3, but that one adds to things. What exactly does this price? No, the date. Void Mirror, +3 adamantine, grants +4 dodge bonus to armor class against ray attacks. So it's mostly beh. How is that a +3? Wait, is this heavy? Maximum. Oh, it's a +5. I have a +5, not a +3. Yeah, so that's just really bad. This one is good though. So my armor. Oh no, it isn't. Seriously, that's not even good. How is that a +5? How do I have a +4 that gives me that much? Maximum dexterity bonus of a bunch. That's broken, though, because the dexterity bonus is calculated anyway. This one has a extra dexterity, though. So, yeah, I like that. That's definitely going to increase my armor class just because of the dexterity itself. So it is pretty good. That one is interesting. And the shield. Let's see if it is better. Oh, you're dead right now. No, you're not. You're good. Let's see. Our current shield is called Defender's Bulwark. Yeah, this is pretty good. It brings our armor class from basically naked to basically naked. Because I showed you last episode what happened. Can you use this? Yes. Yes, you can. Is it better? Yes. Yes, it is. And everybody else? You have a shield. No, you don't have a shield right now. You do have a shield. So that would be a bad shield. Yeah, it's a little bit better shield. And yours is the better shield. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I was ready to be like, I feel really sorry to have basically cheated this battle, because I had to. Well, I didn't have to. I could have just gone away. I could have literally just walked out the door after killing all the slaves of the dragon, because it's a scripted battle rather than AI based. I was ready to. I cannot rest here. Of course I can't rest here. It's raining, so everybody's very slow. Or no, not everybody's very slow. Only Octave is very slow. So I was getting ready to be very contrite. It's not really about being contrite. It's about actually being regretful that I had to cheat, because I was gonna get the best items in the game, like a sword that it maxes your strength out or talks to you or something like that. I don't know. That would be the best item in the game, but still. But nope. We didn't get that.
What do you think, Harem? If we're all meant to die, how will it happen?
I don't know. I'm not a prophet. I simply follow the will of Grotus. Whatever end is prepared for me, I only hope to face it with dignity.
You won't, Harem. There's no dignity in you to face anything. Of course, you spoiled your meal. Specifically Harem, because he's a sourpuss. Is that the word? Wait, what? Wait, what the heck? Oh. Something happened there. Did you notice? It was weird. I don't know what it was. Maybe it had to do with the fact that I was saving. Although, that tends not to be the problem, or to be a problem. So we don't need to go there, and we probably don't need to go here. We definitely are not going to go fight these things. No, we don't need that. Like, it's just, no. Just no. I don't need to become more upset. I'm good. I'm good. It's fine. And we just can't, can we? I don't think we can ever succeed at these checks. I have not succeeded at this check in here. What would that be? Like, we maxed out all of our skills. It's survival, right? Yeah, this is just a loop. So it's survival. That's curious. Let's go back over there. It's curious because I don't know that there is a passage to the north of here. The Brentland, that's the name, mountains. Oh my god. Yeah, there's no passage up there. So it's only the Castle of Knives that remains. Maybe. Although, it is possible that it loops over here. Let me look up here. Yeah, look at that. Is this a different area? This is not a different area, though. So it is possible that that's just it. That's the map. There's no Miria over there. And this is just a mountain range that blocks me from getting to Numeria, which would be very lore-friendly in that regard, because, you know, they keep attacking us from there. So, you know, a normal role-playing session would allow you to, okay, well, we're going to attack them and just stop this thing. The Castle of Knives is little more than a crumbled ruin today. In its glory days, it was likely a marvelous structure with numerous sharp towers, somewhat resembling castles built by elven architects. But not actually a castle built by elven architects. Also, architects don't build castles. But, yeah, not an elven castle. So what is like an elven castle, but it isn't an elven castle? I wonder. Well, that didn't sound good. That did not sound good. There's a bunny. That is an alpha warg, so pathetic. Harim is right at the front. No ambushes. Octavia's very slow. Why is Octavia so slow? Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't get it. Either way, nobody's taking damage. Yeah, I'm not gonna cast spells. Let's look at what they are like. Armor class 21. My attack bonus is 35? Where did that come from? Oh, right, I got the bonus of dexterity. That's where it came from. Yep, that's really nice. That's plus 6 dexterity is effectively a plus 3 to attack rating. And not much going on, because these are basically early level creatures. An armor rating of 21 is it's reasonable for a level 1 fight. Not many of those together. I don't like that. I don't like that. What are you doing? She's exhausted. That's what she's doing. Okay, that explains it. I was very confused. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna need to cast protection from... nope. It's the same icon. I wasn't crazy. I really didn't know why I had so much trouble with the two spells. But it's just because they have the same item. Okay, so these things probably have armor class of 5,000. Let's try to go with these things up here. Sneak attacks, that's what I'm talking about, and why Arcane Trickster is so powerful. There's more of them in the back, though. Is there anybody attacking over here? There is not. Proper fight right now, that's what I'm talking about. I wish everything was like this. Maybe they could have a little bit more of a challenge and not attack my non-tanks. Or me have control at all over who gets attacked, but that's fine. So yeah, I cast the protection against poison, but I'm not sure they actually attack with poison. I think they're just normal attacks, and the poison might be just things like dexterity penalties and things like that. As often happens, we have a satyr and a nymph and a phoenix, and also rocks over there. Excuse me, that's not a phoenix. That's an elf. Wait. Speaking of elf, where the heck is this ruin? These ruins that you were talking about before? There's a monkey. We also found something. Well, I don't know what we found. We found the monkey. Can I talk to them? The satyr and the nymph? A satyr and a nymph are watching a dark-skinned elf whose arms are dancing, gradually making magical gestures in a sort of ritual. Noticing you, she stops her ceremonial dance and greets you with a light bow, respectful and dignified. You are Gilladel, warrior queen, the first to bring peace to the stolen lands. I sought a meeting with you, and fate has allowed our paths to cross. My name is Kamala. Who are you? Kamala the Phoenix from Suramganim Order. From the Suramganim Order. Humble follower of the wise way of Teacher Avalo. The Suramganim Order is relatively unknown, but you have heard stories. They are followers of good and order, whose Teacher Avalo, a native of Jalmeray, preaches complete non-violence. Oh, that's good news, because that means we're not going to fight. Why are you looking for me? Mysterious and sinister events are happening in your lands. The border between worlds grows thin, and someone's hand reaches through it, plotting the deaths of you and your subjects. My brothers and sisters from Suramgamin Order, or the Order, have come to help you stand firm against this unknown enemy, if you desire our help, of course, and if you pass our trials to prove you are worthy of it. Okay, not fighting. Is that the trial? Because maybe? What are you doing with these Fae? They were brought into this world unwillingly, and their mischievous temper could mean a lot of trouble for the local people. The border between worlds here is thin and feeble, like the worn-out cloth of a monk's frock. I have charmed them to sit still for a bit while I prepare to send them home. So tell me about your order. Teacher Avalo founded our order to help people who walk the path of good remain steadfast, and to give those who have lost their way a place to come back to. The backbone of our philosophy is nonviolence. That doesn't mean we are helpless, but we believe there is a future when no one in our world will wish to take up weapons against their neighbor. What? Asks Amory. A whole world without fights? Then what would we do? Just lie around and get fat? I'd like to see you try teaching beasts and monsters to be peaceful, and how the peace lovers who follow you would handle them. This convolution of this conflation, is that the word? I think it is. A conflation of peace with nonviolence is not necessary. While there are certainly, philosophies that say that just if there's no violence, there is peace, and vice versa. You can make that argument. It's not necessarily the same case here. You can have violence and peace. It's just there was this Roman general that's famous for. Not that I agree with him honestly, but there was this Roman general that has a quote that's very famous. That people sometimes use to defend the right to do wars. How was it go? Like, to care for peace is to prepare for war or something like that? And obviously, that means violence. But, there's it's not the same thing on a philosophical and moral level. You can make the argument that it is, but she's not actually making. And neither is the Phoenix, or whatever. She's not a Phoenix. What does this trial consist of? The heart of the way is practice, the ability to subdue anger, negotiate without threat, to quell... Negotiate without threat, that is... Violence can assume many forms, to be fair. So, and a threat is indeed violence, but so is uneven distribution of power. So, there's a lot of things that are violent without actual violence. To quell a conflict before a spark becomes a fire, I imagine the Queen must be familiar with such things. With your permission, I would like to test you here and now. Look at these Fae. I charmed them so they wouldn't interfere while I open a portal into their native world. I will really... That's violence as well, by the way. Because it's basically assault. I will release them now. To pass the trial, you must convince the Fae to remain still while I prepare to send them home. Try to do this, or try to do that without threatening them, and don't let them charm you. I don't have time for that. That's unfortunate. Very well. Your Highness, we will trouble you no more. No, you will. Oh, come on. I just wanted to save before that. I saved before that. Yeah, I saved. So I agree to undergo your trial. Fine, let's begin. Kamala lifts the spell from the Fae with a graceful gesture and starts casting another spell to send them home. The nymph and the satyr look at you mischievously. Some prank is obviously brewing in their heads. Prank, right? That's what it is. So we have very nice. Just fail the trial if you want. Tell me, who are you and what are you doing here? I am Marine, and this is Canisius, and we are bored. Yes, frightfully bored. Everywhere else it's changing, flickering, like this and like that, but here it's always the same all the time. The trees don't walk, the mountains don't fly, and you're such fools. Aha, this would have made more sense if the trees only walk and the mountains only fly, and that's why it's boring. But as it is, it's just commonplace. Everything is so strange here. How do you live here at all? We've been sitting here for 100 million years. We're so bored. Let's go for a walk. We'll show you something wonderful. You'll love it. And you'll be rich. You mortals love treasure, right? There you go. There's plenty of treasure around here. But without us, you'll never find it what? But without us, you'll never find it your whole life. Well, so what treasures? I have plenty of those. You've never seen anything like the stuff I've got. Really? Oh, that's the satire. Really? And what kind of treasures do you mortals have? Show us, we want to see. That's it, says Kamala. It's time for you to go home. No, we've only just arrived. We aren't going anywhere. The satire takes a pan flute out and starts playing. You feel drowsy for a moment, but the spells, and that this is a will success over there. I rolled a 19. What's the difficulty class? It's only a 25. It was very likely that I would succeed anyway. You feel drowsy for a moment, but the spell's effects quickly clear. Realizing his spell didn't work, the satire hides his flute. Alright, we should probably go. There's no place like home. Yeah, safe travels. Off they go. So, Kamala, let's have a chat about how goodbye for now shouldn't be an option that locks you out of quests. Can we have a chat about that? Let's also see this. This is probably what we found. It's a tree crest buckle. Sure. It's probably what we found with our perception check before. So, Kamala. Congratulations, you have passed my trial. Your will is strong, and it cannot be broken by spells or by the most frightful enemy. Oh, it can. It just did last episode. It was pretty broken. The bloodthirsty beast that lurks inside each of us. Wait, what? Oh, right. She mean... I thought she was saying that my will is the bloodthirsty beast that lurks inside of all of us. No. The most frightful enemy is the bloodthirsty beast that lurks inside each of us. Speak for yourself, Kamala. I am the most peaceful and amazing person. You bloodthirsty person that's also the most frightful enemy. I invite you, she says. I invite you to meet the other masters of the order and pass their trials. Don't be afraid of failure. No one in this world is perfect, but we must be sure that those who we help are worthy. Set off to the Temple of the Elk, brother. Vizaka and the Unicorn is awaiting you there for your next trial. So the Temple of Elk, this is the whole quest line that was gonna be locked out on. I have to go. situation. Tell me more about your order. Unlike many monastic orders, that's monks, we do not necessarily monks, but, you know, they're monastic, they're isolationists, I believe that's what it means. We do not teach martial arts. Or rather, unlike many monastic orders, they don't teach martial arts. Interesting. I was not under the impression that the monastic orders of this setting taught martial arts, although we did hear about the combat monks before, which I find hilarious. But anyway, the secrets we share are meant for sowing peace and accord, not destruction, which is what a lot of martial arts, especially monk martial arts, are for, is sowing peace and accord, because it's mostly about also the controlling of your own self and all that sort of stuff. At least as far as I know, because I never studied any of those. And also martial arts doesn't, it's just it's any art of war, it's martial art, because martial means of war. And so it's not necessarily just Asian martial arts. It's like anything that is of an art-like level and is related to war is a martial art. You will learn more from my brothers and sisters when you find them. So, your name doesn't sound elven. Are you an elf? Or, like, I'm sorry, this is super rude of me to ask, but I will ask it. When I passed all the trials and joined the order, the teacher gave me a new name in the language of his homeland, as is his way. Kamala means lotus, a flower that grows from swamp mud but glows with immaculate whiteness. It's a symbol that speaks for itself. As for Phoenix, that's something like a title. It refers to those who have burnt away their primitive instincts and revived pure force of will from their ashes. Before I walked the wise way, I did much harm and many stupid things, for I was controlled by the animal inside me. Now that it has no power over me, I follow the path of law and good, as shown by the teacher. Those are not the same thing. It's naive to believe that a ruler of such savage lands could be a pacifist, by the way. We do not ask that you take the same vows or a same vow of non-violence that we have. There is much evil in the world, and alas, in this age of fire and steel, they who put down their weapon often become food for monsters. Still, we try to help those who do lesser harm. None of us will live to see a peaceful Galarian, but we all do our part to make it possible, including inciting violence, which is what she just did. I mean, you know, against evil, which, sure, whatever. You can rationalize anybody to be evil when you are fighting them, I suppose. It doesn't mean that they are, including the monsters. Monsters that we have killed, for example, the trolls and stuff like that. Why were they evil? Because the game thought they were, actually. Honestly, that's the reason. It's hard. Oh, this is an option here. So it's a hard and thankless job you're doing. You can't defeat evil by preaching alone. The good need a good sword to hold back the monsters. In other words, you people are just hypocrites who prefer someone else to do all. Yeah, that's basically it. Let's go with that. I wonder what that. I guess that's an alignment option. Let's find out what kind of alignment the game thinks that is. We are not. Which actually this would be lawful. No, well, actually, I'm criticizing her for being it. For being that. That's definitely her lawful part of the equation. So if I'm criticizing her, that would be chaotic. Yeah, at least in my opinion. But let's find out what it is. We are not so naive to hope that our preaching could instantly transform the whole world. We find those whose goals are similar to ours and aid them in their good deeds. Where is the hypocrisy in that? The hypocrisy in that is that you are trying to convince me that you're preaching, but you don't want people to believe you. That's the hypocrisy in that. Because what she's saying literally is that they preach, but their whole system relies on the fact that people are not going to believe them, or some people rather are not going to believe them, in the sense that, you know, let's be peaceful, which is hypocritical. So if that is the case, in and of itself, but if that isn't the case, then the hypocrisy comes here in this very sentence, because if she wants indeed to everybody to believe them, she's saying the opposite here. That's the hypocrisy. So she loses either way. Either she's lying now or she was lying before. That's with the hypocrisy. What do you know about the power behind portals? We will share our knowledge with you when you prove you are worthy of our help. Sounds good. I have to go. So long, Your Highness. Capital Y, capital H. May your way be wise. Oh, I have wisdom. It's fine. I'm a ranger. I need that for spellcasting, really. It's just the only thing. That monkey never said hi. Monkey. Oh, I clicked on the quest update. Sound of 1,000 screams. That doesn't sound nice, but it is. It's a trial. I need to go to the Temple of the Elk, which is on the other side of the world. Not a problem. The problem here is that Octavia is exhausted, but that's also not a problem because we can leave the map. The problem here is also the fact that this map is enormous, and I found a thing over there. What is that? An ancient elven bead. And there's a mobility check over here that apparently doesn't tell me how difficult it is. I wonder why the other ones did. Oh, Octavia. Let's save the game before you arrive here to ruin the day. Because we're probably going to fail this. Oh, we didn't fail. This reminds me of that place where Canara had to go to do things. Yeah, we got hit by things. That's not a problem. Oh, that is a problem, though. That failed trickery check. Because I need to see what's in here. I mean, it's good things, but it isn't really. Oh, boy. These loot spots that are... they're optional, basically. In the sense that, you know, if you fail or if you don't have anybody that has lockpicking, you can't get them. But those things never have anything that's good. The things that should have things that have good that are good don't have anything that's good a lot of the time. Like the dragon before. Also, what is going on? You grave-rotted imbecile. You broke it. Really? Gnarly witch, you seek aid from these pathetic creatures? Don't try your mind games. We did nothing of the sort. You have destroyed our property with your ignorance of magic. There's something going on. What was the thing? Don't try your mind games on me, Wormface. I know these are your minions. Well, I'm very slow, so I apologize for what's about to happen. You already... Oh. Oh my god, what's going on? Oh, freaking hell. Ambushes, I do. Can we not do this? Can we just not ever do this? Oh my god. Well, I got fireballs over there. Oh no, it's these things that eat us. Speaking of which, I believe I have already been eaten. Maybe. Not really. No, not yet. Octavia, are you casting spells yet? Yes, you are. Let's make sure you don't hit Valerie over there. Let's pay attention to my health. Unless you have already been eaten. Yes, you have. Right. Okay. You died. Our spellcasters, our spellcasters are gone at the moment. But we did it, though. Not really sure how, but yeah. Hello, children. The figure before you wears gray robes, yet the body beneath them flickers, changing age, gender, and race. One moment an ancient elven man, the next a young woman, a human. That is a sentence. A young woman. I'm gonna say it. Okay. Young human woman. Ah, dang it. Young human. Ooh, it's a girl. then a tattooed dwarf, and so on. They raise an eyebrow. Well, did you get it for us? Get what? Oh, that's right. You don't know what to about that yet, do you? Honestly, we don't know how you people can handle only moving one way through time, but that's beside the point. We need you to retrieve the first crown for us. The what? A magical bauble. The enchanted crown of the first king whose kingdom Nyrisa destroyed. She gave it to the Gnurly Witch as a token of her regard, but now that the Ringling Man is the nymph's current favorite, he feels it regretfully belongs to him. They have been fighting over it for weeks. Okay, where can I find it? In the course of their fighting, the Gnurly Witch and the Ringling Man, I'm sorry, I didn't come up with these names, accidentally broke the crown into 3 pieces, the magical backlash teleporting each piece somewhere within this forest. If we knew exactly where, we wouldn't need you to search for them, would we? I'm sorry, I'm being sarcastic. My tooth hurts, so I'm a little bit short of temper. So what's in it for me? You are after the self-styled nymph queen, yes? While we won't punish her directly, Nyrisa's recent overreach annoys me because of the toothache. Anyway, bring us the crown and we promise you an easier time overthrowing her. I suspect it's gonna be impossible overthrowing her, but sure, why do you want it? A good rule for surviving the first world is to never ask a Fey Lord why. Honestly, most mortals are overjoyed to get a divine quest. Let's just say that this feels like, you're not my DM, go away, shut up. I choose the quest that I do. Let's just say that the crown has the potential to make significant ripples in this timeline, and we'd like to guide them in a positive direction. We could get it ourselves, of course. Could you? Because you said if we knew exactly where, we wouldn't need you to search for them, would we? Anyway, she says, but there are politics. More games of the gods, says Valerie, and those who fancy themselves gods. So tiresome. Sure, I'll do it. Excellent. We'll be here when you return. Who are you? Our name is Shika, though some call us the Many. We are the eldest, the Fey gods of the We are of the eldest, the Fey gods of the first world. We embody that which you think of as time, entropy, and reincarnation. But not really what is actually time, entropy, or reincarnation. That's not what we are. We just embody what you think they are. So what does your face shift? Why does your face shift like that? My, you're the bold one, aren't you? Our form changes because there have been many Shikas, and will be many more. Long ago, we decided to live interspersed rather than sequentially, so that we could each experience all of eternity. It's far more interesting that way. Sure. What does an eldest want with me? What does every god want, child? Quick and obedient service, with a minimum of annoying questions. You mortals often leave something to be desired in that respect, but we hope you'll prove us wrong. Does Nyrisa know you're here? No, and trust us when we say that you'll find it better for all involved if you keep it that way. Yeah, I'm sure I won't be able to tell her. It's a pleasure to meet you. I suppose the last option. We assure you, the pleasure is ours. I did not see that coming. So who are those two, by the way? The Gnurly Witch and the Ringling Man are Nyrisa's chief advisors. The witch is a priestess of the Hag Goddess, twisting plants to her whim. The Ringling Man was a mortal wizard who sought undeath as a swarm of grave worms. That's why it's the Wriggling Man, my god. They're Nyrisa's most powerful allies, and they absolutely despise each other. Recently, they have been battling over the first crown. Why do they despise each other? A creature like Nyrisa has no true friends, but she rewards her allies well. Both the Gnurly Witch and the Wriggling Man seek to be her right hand, ruling her so-called kingdom by her side. Neither of them are the sharing sort. Did you say he's made of worms? It's amazing the lengths you mortals will go to avoid death, because, as we know, worms are immortal. Honestly, the whole mortality business seems like a hassle. We're glad the First World doesn't bother. What is there to be glad of? Asks Harim. The creatures of the First World enjoy their delusions of immortality, but even they are powerless to change the world's finest destination. One day, every path will finish, every thread will be cut, and every life will find its end. What's the first crown? A magical bauble. Oh, yeah, I talked about that. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. I think we're done here. We'll meet again, or rather, we already have. I mean, I'm confused with time because I don't use it. But anyway, that's it. And they're gone, and we're alive, which is surprising. Did we actually take any permanent? It doesn't matter because we're gonna need to sleep. That was quite a battle, chaotic as heck. But fortunately, our backline actually, I'm not sure if it was the backline that did the most damage. It could have been the front line because they also do a lot of damage if they're alive. It's a red cap. These guys are still. There's more of them. Yep. Let's get you to heal, please, fast. It's gonna take a long time. Did you do it? You're doing it now. Let's do you as well. I think we're gonna be fine. There's a lot of them. Let's do a controlled fireball in here. Be quick about it, please. Do another one of those. Do another one of these. Good enough. Let's do another one of those. I think we're good. Are there more of them? There are still more of them. Another controlled fireball. A lot of sounds. Nice. Okay. Good. That's what you deserve for ambushing me. Or ambushing anybody, really. It's not just me. It's, although certainly me, because don't ambush super high, powerful teams. Drop that. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. So this is the castle that looks like a castle that isn't a castle. Built by architects. Wait, what the heck is that? Oh, it's a bunny. It just didn't look like a bunny. Oh, no. Oh. What? Two elder purple worms. What the heck are they doing? Oh, they don't like the wall. It seems that one of the purple worms smashed the pillar during the battle, breaking the crown shard loose from the stone. The what now? Something seems, but I'm not 100% sure what it seems. But something does. What battle? Oh, Faldrock's the huntsman. Let's not... Oh! Okay, this is good. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough fight. Oh man, I wish that thing wasn't there. It's gonna be a tough fight. Most likely. Found something. Don't know what it is. Found another something. Oh no. Valerie's at the front though, so we're good on that. Sneak attacks immediately. Yep, that was pretty good. Okay. Oh. What is even that? What is that? Oh, it's underneath. Okay. Sneak attacks are good. There's another one coming. There's many more coming, of course. Oh, freaking hell. Good, good, good. No, Valerie, get in here. That's the one. Yep. Oh, immediately we're losing dexterity. No, or it's the enemy losing dexterity. Because we have that weapon that does it. So I think that explains why I didn't die in the other battle. Because these things are really weak. That's why I didn't die. But we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pathfinder Kingmaker. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.